All right, man. So I didn't feel right about my last demonic beast versus all video with MAEL because I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I did kind of shout to you guys by not showcasing him on all three of the RATATOSKR. Like, I was literally so exhausted, man. And I was like, yo, I'm just gonna do floor 1 because it does take a good amount of time on RATATOSKR. But for today, I'm gonna show you guys pretty much MAEL versus all of 3 floors of the RATATOSKR so you guys can know. Again, this is gonna be a gear I'm gonna be rocking, which is gonna be the attack crit damage. This is gonna be our team as well too, featuring Valenti, Jormungandr, and LR Liz. And our gear is gonna be like this, where we have HP crit resist on Valenti, HP crit resist on Jormungandr, and we have full on defense with recovery rate rolls on Liz, and that's so she becomes the lowest HP character. So it should force the boss to target her more often instead of my Jormungandr. When I used to have like a full HP set on my Liz, Jormungandr ended up being a character who gets targeted, which is not really good because again, Jormungandr is a very old character. So you gotta be very careful with that one. So this is gonna be our team. Again, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Again, make sure you guys like and subscribe again, and let's see what we can do. All right, boys. So here we are going to be playing with MAEL on the RATATOSKR. Again, in my last full versus all demonic beast video, kind of just showcased him a little bit on floor 1. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to do on floor 2 or 3 because I was pretty much exhausted with all the content that was producing that day. Because literally, I always try to make sure I do the content like literally when the update drops. Which, if you don't know, I live in America, so usually the update drops, I think like 10 or 11 p.m. for me, and it was literally it ended up being like early in the morning when I was pretty much recording the demonic beast video. Since most of those stages or other demonic beasts takes a considerate amount of time. But yeah, we are going to be using him. Now this is the first floor. The first floor is pretty straightforward. You can just move the ball. As long as you move in the boss, you're kind of going to have a good time because again, you get rid of plenty of the annoying effects that it can cause you. Like you saw that one had where all my stats was getting lowering because he stayed in the middle. But if you move them to pretty much any other logs, it's going to remove it. But if you kept them right in the middle, it would just kept stacking up that one passive. This one also has it where if you stack up 5 of those blue buffs, pretty much he gets a crazy attack buff that will pretty much blast you. So you kind of want to get rid of him as soon as possible. This one is also really annoying because again, it requires you to pretty much get all 3 of the debuffs, being bleed, poison, and shock. So until you move him to all 3 of those logs, you won't be able to move him at all. And that's what you saw right there. I did on the first one, it was like a shock. Now we'll move him to the left side, which makes him immune to I think range attacks. And then we put him back into the middle using the Valenti ultimate, which is a poison. And now what we can do now is we are going to be using the bleed card with Jormungandr to put him into the right side. And now you should pretty much be able to deal high amounts of damage to the guy now, as you're gonna lose that damage reduction stack as you saw. And on this side, he's immune to physical attacks or the one with the sword. So you really want to use ultimates or range attacks to deal damage. So obviously we're gonna use Jormungandr, and we can probably just waste some cards if you really want to, because again, he's just gonna end up going to the middle. I was just kind of like debating if I want to use my Liz ult, because again, I want to try like heal as much as possible. And he was literally almost able to kill right there, but it's fine because again, like I said before, we just wanted to make sure we was able to heal so we can have full HP. So we just use our Liz ult and then MAEL ult and then just one shot, because MAEL ult actually hits really hard. And again, that was the first floor. So now we're on the second floor. Now this is the one where you want to try to get rid of the left and the right log, so he gets rid of that immortality buff. Again, usually you want to just move the boss as much as possible, or stay, or you can make the boss stay where he's at. Usually I try to move the boss This one is also the one where if you cleanse a debuff and you have no debuffs on you, you get the crazy amounts of food poison debuffs on you. Yeah, usually what I try to do, I just keep on trying to move them to the middle and stuff like that until I get rid of all of the logs. So that's why you saw right there, I just used my Valenti poison debuff just to keep them to the middle. Now, because we have a gray poison debuff, even if we cleanse and we don't kill, we are not gonna get the crazy amount of stacks of poison. I just wanted to see how much damage we can do right here, because we did get the mark, and we did high amounts of damage right there. And again, you saw right there, I didn't really get a million poison stacks, and that's because we already had the gray food poisoning on us. So we didn't have to worry about that. Luckily. And we're just gonna move our cards. And it was not enough damage, unfortunately for me. So I'm literally stalling for no reason at this point. But it's all good because, again, my team is super tanky. Especially because we have the new Jormungandr, which allowing us to pretty much clear this without any problems or difficulties. The Jormungandr is just such a great character, because not only does she hit super hard with a single targets, but she also apply bleed and other additional effects for us that can kind of trivialize the RATATOSKR. Because that's one of the main things people talk about with RATATOSKR, is when people say like how it's easy. You got to understand that when it comes to the RATATOSKR, the boss is a gimmick boss. So most of the time when it comes to this boss, you probably already have the capability of beating the boss. Just that sometimes when it comes to this, RNG gets played, and then that kind of ruins your run most of the time. All right, so again, like I said before, poison will make him go to the middle. So you just want to poison him, and he'll go back into the middle, so you can finally target that log. And again, I'm just wasting cards just so I can get more debuffs for my team. All right, so we're obviously gonna ult with Liz, attack, and probably either waste a card or use Valenti card. Because again, we just killed. And like I said before, you really want to try to get rid of the two left and right logs to deal high amounts of damage. This is the one where if you move him though, he loses stats, right? Or he loses HP if you move him. Every time you move, he's gonna pretty much lose HP. Yep. See, I'll be remembering sometimes when it comes to the boss. All right, so we probably just going to target with him, because he's supposed to have like isn't it supposed to be like death damage right there? I didn't even see if it chipped his HP or anything like that, because he was kind of marked, right? That log was marked. That's one thing I didn't really get a chance to probably use, I think, in this video, is to see if the mark character pretty much will, because MAEL has a passive where if he kills a character with a single target that is a character that is marked, you will apply 100% depth damage towards the next character or a random character. But again, like I said before, I haven't really gotten the chance to test that out to see. All right, so this is where he's gonna pretty much, I think he's gonna move. I think he's gonna yeah, he's gonna leave. And usually these are the best moments, because you can just pretty much give you a chance to heal up and stack up some more of your ults. So now we can just heal or attack, and it's gonna be GG. Golly, MAEL hits so hard. Again, he hits really good. He hits really good. He's great DPS. Now we on the final floor. Now this is one where you might have to switch him into different logs. Now this one is where you want to use your debuffs in this order, and this will force him into the right side. You really don't want him to the left side because then he gets a crazy buffs and stuff like that. Usually left log is the bad log, so you really want to try to get rid of the left log if anything first, so the boss doesn't have any chance of dealing with that. All right, so let's see the random damage. Let's see. Yeah, the boss was not affected by MAEL's passive, right? You saw how it did the scythe thing on him, but you didn't see his HP go down at all. So either that's a bug or his passive does not work. The dev damage does not apply to demonic beasts. And again, as long as we're not debuffing him, he won't move outside of that log. So that's gonna be really good for us. And again, every time he stays on the right side, his stats are going to be lowered. So that's gonna be really good for us. They give us equal opportunity to heal up and kind of stack up our ultimates if need be. Usually you want to be careful when you're doing this because again, you could possibly kill, because MAEL hits so hard and Jormungand hits so hard that you're literally doing damage cap. Like, look at this. I'm just nuking the boss left and right using MAEL. And again, with this one, you want to try to stack up all three of the debuffs, and this will force him into the left side. And this is where the right side log is the one where it's the bad log. So usually I use 3 debuffs and it forces him into the left log. And you want to try to do it in this order. That's how I usually just do it, in this order. And he always stays on the left. And we want to try to really get rid of the right log, if anything. So we're going to ult with Liz first. We're going to try our best to get rid of the annoying log. And you got to hope that he does not go back into the middle, because we need 3 debuffs again, which we do get luckily. Sometimes with the boss, you can randomly pop up into the other or stay in one place, especially if you're using like ultimates and stuff like that. So you want to be very careful on if you're going to use your ultimates or not. Like right now, I'm just kind of like debating if I want to use Liz card, because I don't want to end up like, you know, wasting a cleanse card in case I don't get any other card to cleanse. And because we attacked him with 3 debuffs, now he's able to go to the left side. And now we're just going to finish off the middle. And now he's going to lose his immortality buff. Alright, so we go for this. Kind of like debating on if I should like actually attack him with all my cards. Alright, let's go for this. Actually hit them pretty hard. I was debating if I should even use the ultimate. So I'm probably just go for a gold card with Jormungand. Because I was like, should I keep these cards or should I just use them up? Because honestly, with Jormungand, I don't really need her as much. Because again, I have MAEL who hits really, really hard. So I technically didn't need her. Alright, so we pretty much yeah, we're just gonna ult and just waste some cards real quick, because I don't really need those cards. See if this kills, hopefully. It doesn't. He's gonna stack up his stance. But I think he's dead because he also applies the food poison to himself. Alright, so he has the extra gauge passive as well too. So we're gonna ult. And when you ult, he usually goes into a random log usually. Yeah, I think when you ult, he goes into a random log. So me stacking up my ult, actually doing this is kind of a bad play, because he could end up not going to where I want him to go. As you saw right there, like he literally didn't go where I want him to go. Because again, you want to make sure you don't ult whenever you're about to try to move him, because if you try to move him while you're ulting, he could randomly just go into the bad log, which on this one is the left one. Usually you want to try to make him go to the right one, because then you'll be able to remove those stacks, especially if you already have a food poisoning buff on you. So I already have food poison debuffs on me, so you're gonna see as on his HP bar, he's gonna gradually lose immortality buffs. That's because we already have debuffs on us, which is really, really good. And right now I'm kind of like debating if I want to attack while ulting, because again, like I said, for when you ult, he has a chance to randomly go to a log, and you might get a pretty terrible log. But luckily he stayed right there, and like I said before, you can see now he's down to 4 immortality buffs, and so next turn he's gonna lose it. And because we have Jormungandr with our ultimate, it kind of prevents you from taking damage from the food poisoning, which is really, really good. So that's why pretty much Jormungandr is a really powerful character, because now I don't get hit with no food poisoning. You see, I took no damage now, so my HP doesn't even get chipped right here. So yeah, that is going to be MAEL on the RATATOSKR. Really, really powerful DPS character. Again, Jormungandr makes pretty much a lot of characters viable, so don't know if that counts, but here you go.